Hello. How you doing?
Hello, is this Dazzle?
Yeah, it's Dazzle.
Yes, how you doing? I want to know if I can book a reading or if you're available for a reading.
Yes, always. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I think my baby father's sleeping with the girl next door.
What?
And yes, because she always looking at me funny. She never really speak. But every time I'm with him, it's like she speak and be giggling, like doing this like a side eye thing. I think it's like a woman's intuition thing. He say I'm tripping, but I know I'm not. She don't do nothing for me, nothing for my kids. And the other day, I found like a Gucci receipt in his armrest, and just coincidentally, she had like some.
All right, we're gonna figure. Hey, hello. How you doing today?
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, hello. How you doing today?
Hi, how you doing? This is Mr. Mike. I'm trying to reach Dazzle.
Oh, I'm Dazzle. What's up? What can I help you with?
I got a party to say that you do readings, right? I got this situation. This bitch of mine, you know, she been ghosting me, and then she come answer the door, running at it with my man walking out the door, telling me, what's up?
What?
Hey, how about that shit?
All right, well, we're gonna do a reading on that because that sounds bad.
And then she told me that they ain't do nothing.
They ain't do nothing.
She lying, ain't she?
Well, we're gonna figure it out. I'm about to pull out these cards. Let's get into it. All right.
All right.
So
All right.
sit still. Let me shuffle my deck, and we're gonna figure it out. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. It's your girl Dazzle, and I am back for another live chat and tarot reading. It's Friday, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and hopefully my beautiful, handsome fur baby does not act up while I'm on this live, because you know he likes to act up. He likes to act bad. Okay, so anywho, please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload and when I go live. And if you would like to book a private reading, everything is in the description box, okay? And just a disclaimer for all readings and stuff that I'm going to be doing on this live, everything I say here is all alleged and for entertainment purposes until all... See? I told you he was going to act up. Look, everything's all alleged and for entertainment purposes until modern science comes up with a mathematical equation that the metaphysical science is in fact a valid form of science, and all tools of divination such as tarot and oracle and whatnots are all proven to be valid tools of science. Until then, you know, I'm just your average girl online talking mess, talking my ish, and giving y'all some tea, okay? That's all I am. But yeah, y'all. Hopefully, my fur baby work with me, and we don't have to deal with the most tonight. And I think I'm going to have to, because he's a mess. He really is. He don't know how to stop, y'all. I don't know. Oh, God. Maybe I should just let him out the cage, right? So I'm going to let him out the cage real quick, and I'll be right back. Hold on. Let me let him out the cage. Because he's going to keep barking and keep doing stuff. Now, like, you better be good. Be good. All right. Hopefully he is good. Okay, so just a little update, pregnancy update. Let's see. Because I know I am 21 weeks now in a few days. So let me check my little tracker. Because I like to give you guys an update just to let you know where I am at, right? Me and baby are at. So let me see. Let me go to my pregnancy journey for baby scripts. And let me show y'all. So I'm currently 21 weeks and 5 days, and my baby is still the size of a banana. And I have like 19 weeks to go. So this is going to be fun. I got to go to my next appointment on the 17th. So that's going to be fun and cool, right? So pretty much that's all it's been. I've been working, taking my prenatals and whatnot. They got me on aspirin, whatever the case may be. So, I just been living, and my little belly been growing day by day, and it's going to get bigger eventually, right? So I still think it's a 211 gut. That's what it look like, right? So anywho, let's get into this. We're going to do some honorable mentions, right? We're going to talk about Drake. Now, Drake, if you guys don't know, Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. So in 2024, all hell broke loose, and Kendrick Lamar and Drake pretty much participated in the biggest rap beef of our generation, right? And, Drake actually was pushing Kendrick to say something back to him. So he was doing things like push-ups and stuff like that, like the songs push-ups and stuff to try to bait him into a whole thing, right? So basically, Kendrick Lamar finally responds. It took him forever to respond, but when he did, he drugged Drake, okay? He came out the house with the Vaseline on his face, and he met Drake in the streets, okay? And then when he met Drake in the streets, he wrapped Drake's hair around his motherfucking hand, whatever, got a real good grip and snatched him up and got the whopping on him, okay? And he ain't never stopped. And they was like, let him go, let him loose. They was telling Kendrick to let him loose, and he wouldn't do it, okay? And after a while, Drake was getting beat up so bad, people started feeling bad. People started saying, well, goddamn, not like us come out, and it's like, oh no. So people started like feeling bad for Champagne Poppy. Then the conspiracy theories started coming out. It must have been bots. They must have helped him. Even though it's millions of people reciting it word for word, and it's not far-fetched to think that if 1 million people in plus is reciting it word for word, those are not broad views and streams. No. People are actually listening to it. If ever he can do a concert and just stop rapping and the whole crowd that's packed can rap his whole freaking song, no. That was not broad. But it was a terrible L that Drake, BBL Drizzy, obtained. And then if that wasn't bad enough, you had him telling somebody who make beats, what was his name? Metro Boomin. Yeah, Young Metro Boomin. He tried to tell him shut up and bang on some drums or something. This man come out with a whole freaking diss track that's only a beat, and it's like, and they got the AI joint BBL Drizzy. And I'm like, oh my God, how you get this like that? Like, it was terrible. It was horrible. So he went and tried to sue UMG, the people that help distribute and all types of stuff and help promote whatever. And, basically they tried to say, he tried to blame UMG, but apparently a judge does not agree with that. So the judge dismissed his case, and now it's another L. You took an L in 2024. You took another L in 2025. That is crazy. That's insane. Like, at that point, I think that you should just go ahead and just bow out gracefully. You could have been did that. And I don't know. So my fur baby is chilling or whatever. Thank God. He's messing with his own toy. So we're just going to ask, what's coming up for Drake after this dismissal? after his case against UMG was dismissed, and he said his lawyer said that they was going to file an appeal. Is this appeal going to go through? But the judge pretty much really made a solid case on why it's being dismissed. So when you have an appeals, the appeals have to like show that the judge didn't do the right thing. But she made a solid case, and she did her homework apparently. Because yeah, so let's see, is he gonna get his appeal? 1, 2, 3. The Page of Pentacles comes up in the reverse. The 7 of Pentacles. The 2 of Swords. And what Spirit is telling him is the Page of Wands. Okay. So, okay. Spirit is already telling him, like, look, man, go after your creative pursuits, okay? The Page of Wands has endless potential, okay? That's what Spirit, that's the advice that is given, right? So go after your creative pursuits. Go after your passions, okay? And I understand that you're passionate about this whole thing because you lost and you're trying to find a way. But however, like, this isn't the route that you should be taking. The route that you should be taking, you should be putting your passions into your creative pursuits, okay? And no, it's not going to really go far. The Page of Pentacles shows up first, and this is all immature behavior too, right? So the Page of Pentacles is in the reverse, right? And mind you, every time I see this Page of Pentacles, I always look at it like a female vagina or something because how it was illustrated in this card for some reason. It is in the reverse. So this is like over expectations about a coin, right? So this is not something that's going to happen for him, period. And they've already, looked at things. They already took stock of what he was talking about, and they actually listened to all the disses back and forth on both parts. And with the 2 of Swords in the reverse, they did make a decision, and they made a choice, right? So the choice is really the decision is this was nothing but, a creative thing, like spoken word, like whatever. Like, it wasn't nothing serious. Like, it shouldn't be taken serious. It's a rap battle. Like, of course, in a rap battle, people are going to lie, tell the truth, whatever. It's to make you look bad. So how can you, initiate a rap battle, participate in a rap battle that's supposed to talk mess and make the other one look bad and accuse them of things, all types of stuff, and then get upset when you did not win? That's the thing. So with Drake, that's not really going to fare well, because when it's in the judicial system, they look at everything. You can't tell them, oh, just only look at this one record and that's all you got to look at. No, you got to look at all the records on both sides. And on both sides, you guys both were equally participating in the mess. And you're the one that called him out to be a part of it. So you called him out to be a part of it. And then the judge also talked about how, they were like, oh, when you did that song and you had Tupac on there, the AI version of Tupac, and you were speaking through him, you was actually telling him to talk about you messing with young girls, basically. So then he actually says it, and now you're mad, right? So how can you sue for that? Basically, like something along those lines, right? So it doesn't make sense. And the court did it fairly. They looked at everything. Taking stock is looking at all things, not just the one thing you want them to look at and nothing else. No, because you have to contextualize it. You have to see the whole picture. Don't look at one part of the tree. Don't look at one little branch of the tree. No, look at the whole tree. You think one little branch is bad. No, you just don't look at one little piece and be like, oh, that's the problem. No, you got to look at the whole tree. Okay, So they looked at the whole tree and they took stock and they made a decision based on what they seen. So, hey, that's not really going to work. But maybe he'll get good news in a different way. So, let's see. Let's see. Well, what else is coming up for Drake? Because they was like, Drake might turn his back on hip-hop. Well, Drake turned his back on hip-hop. 1, 2, 3. The Fool, New Beginnings, 5 of Cups reversed, and the King of Cups. Okay, his sensitive self, Champagne Poppy, is going to go to a new beginning and go where he is celebrated, not tolerated. With this 5 of Cups in reverse, this is past disappointments, okay? So, but this is also moving on to something else, right? So, I think he's going to move on to something else, to another genre or whatever, right? I don't think he's going to be too hot on hip-hop for a long time. That's what I think he's going to do. But based on that, that was Drake. So I can move it right along. And what other honorable mention? Is there any other honorable mentions? Who we talking about today? Oh, Katt Williams, right? We can start on Katt Williams. So let me tell y'all. So Tasha K then found Katt Williams' brother and is doing an interview with Katt Williams' brother. Okay, so and his brother has made some claims against Katt Williams. So apparently, hold on 1 second. I'm about to let y'all listen to it. Because apparently the claims against Katt Williams coming from his brother. Okay, let me see. Let me look it up. Katt Williams' brother speaks out. All right, so let me see something. Okay, let me see. So let me see this. Because let me see something. All right, let me do this. Oh, we're going to listen to it. So Tasha K is supposed to be coming out with this basically interview on her website online with Tasha K. But let's see. Let me see something. Hold on, wait. I want y'all to listen to it. So, here you go.
Child migrate from Cincinnati, Ohio to California. When I arrive to California and I come to my brother's home, I find my 2 abusers, my 2 childhood abusers, are playing house together. When I find out my brother and my cousin, 2 people who abused me as a child, are playing house together and got a pretend child. How long does it take that child to enter the world of mental turmoil when they get old enough to realize the person they thought was their daddy is technically their cousin?
When he said messing with you, what did he do?
A grown man saying the man abused me.
Sexually?
How long can you hold on to it? Seeing the person that did it on fucking TV.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
Okay, so
child
apparently Katt Williams' brother is out here throwing this allegation of sexual abuse upon him. Okay, so y'all know me. I'm like this. I think. Okay, let me get it right. Here's how I feel about the internet now. I think I have been so oversaturated with people who go online and, basically throw out abuse accusations that I'm burnt out from it. And I kind of feel like at this point, if you're not going to make a police report, you're not going to go sue, you're not doing anything of the things, but just talking about it on the internet, I need proof of it almost, because sometimes like it comes up as in the story is not what it was, or it could be what it was, right? But I think I'm burnt out with the abuse allegations at this point. Like, and mind you, allegations and facts are two different things, right? Like I told y'all this about Kenneth Petty and Stephon Diggs. I don't care what you say. The fact is, whatever's going on with Stephon Diggs is an allegation, okay? With Kenneth Petty, there's a fact that he has to register as a sex offender. That's a fact, right? So it's two different things. And honestly, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. That's another thing, right? So because I'm so burnt out with the allegations that come online, I have no choice but to revert back to my good common sense and reality and be like, well, look, these are allegations, and at the end of the day, you're innocent until proven guilty. Hey, boo, hey. My notifications must have came out late, girl. But yeah, so I feel that way about the whole Katt Williams and his brother situation. Now, online, a lot of people have been basically saying that his brother is lying, right? Oh, what's up, Vibe with AD? Girl, where you been at? So, who we reading on now? Okay, so I already read on Drake. Now we talking about Katt Williams, girl. We're going to start reading on Katt Williams, but I had to tell y'all, unless y'all want to rehear the Tasha K preview interview, because I can replay it for y'all, but pretty much Katt Williams' brother is now coming out, and he is doing an interview with no other than Tasha K about the fact that he's accusing his brother, Katt Williams, of sexually molesting him when they were younger. And also his cousin, apparently, he's accusing his cousin of sexually molesting him as well. And you said nobody can tell him his truth. And that is true. And when I don't know, like, y'all gotta help me with this, because to me, like, on the personal note, I feel like I'm being burnt out by the allegations of people in general just coming out with allegations first. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just being whatever, but I kind of just, I don't know, I just kind of feel like at this point, are we going to do anything about anything, or are we just talking? Because at the end of the day, if someone has done something to you, legally speaking, or morally speaking, do you want these people to still be out and about enjoying their lives? And like his brother, his brother get to watch Katt Williams be rich and possibly do it to another person. So I don't know. That's his truth, nobody else's truth. Yeah. But yeah, so apparently I'm gonna let y'all re-listen to it real quick, right? Just so we can get a better understanding, right? So he's on Tasha K. Now, Tasha K, he should went to the police in court, not on the internet doing interviews. That's what I'm thinking, because like I said, I'm kind of burnt out by allegations. I'd rather people just go ahead and do what they gotta do. Like, bring some proof if you can. Bring some witnesses if you can. But I just don't. I think I'm kind of over going to the internet and doing the interview, or just saying it to your fans. I need more. I don't know.
You and this child migrate.
But yeah, this is
from Cincinnati.
Hold on, but this is him. And he is speaking to Tasha K, and this is the preview of the interview. And he's talking about how at one point, I guess, he's going to Cincinnati, and Katt Williams and his cousin is living together, raising a child, and whole time this child doesn't even realize that Katt Williams is actually his cousin. Okay, but listen to it.
To California. When I arrive to California and I come to my brother's home, I find my two abusers, my two childhood abusers, are playing house together. When I find out my brother and my cousin, two people who abused me as a child, are playing house together and got a pretend child. How long does it take that child to enter the world of mental turmoil when they get old enough to realize the person they thought was their daddy is technically their cousin?
When he say messing with you, what did he do?
I'm a grown man saying a man abused me.
Sexually?
How long can you hold on to it? Seeing the person that did it on fucking TV.
Watch this full program and other exclusive.
Yeah, so that's what he's saying. He basically saying that his brother abused him. Now, mind you, we already heard about childhood abuse and children abusing children, and we already know about the whole thing of playing house. We already heard it before. Some people actually played house when they were younger. I mean, I played house with my neighbors when we were kids. And yeah, we were doing things that we were not supposed to be doing as kids, playing house. So I understand what playing house means. So I don't know if it's true, and we're going to do a reading on it in just a second. But if it's true, I would like to know who taught them those things. Where did they see those things at to replay it? Like, was it intentionally done as a way to be, to cause damage to your brother? Or was it that you were experimenting with your brother and you didn't see that it was wrong at the moment? And even his cousin, like, was she experimenting with him and they were both adolescents? They was both kids. Like, what was it, right? So that's the type of stuff we need to talk about. And I don't know, like, and then I also feel like if they were kids, right? And again, kids are only, a lot of times, they're doing what they've been taught or inadvertently taught, or what they, seen that they wasn't supposed to see at a young age. So do you villainize children? In a sense, right? Do you villainize them? Now, it's another story, though, that people really don't know about, and it's about a 5-year-old that has autism that recently came out, and she was lured out of her house. I guess a family member was watching her, and she was lured out of her house by some other children who was all under the age of 10, and they lured her to the woods, and they viciously attacked and raped her, And her mom is now seeking justice. Now, with that, I think the parents of those children, because the thing is, they're underneath the age of 10, so you can't, criminally charge them as adults, but you can actually charge the adults. You can hold them accountable, right? But you need to ask these children, where did they learn these heinous, despicable acts? Things like that. It's really something that you have to ask children. You said sometimes they replay things that have happened to them. Yeah, you gotta ask yourself that. So the real question is Katt Williams' brother telling the truth about Katt Williams and their cousin molesting him? Yeah, that story is sad. And why was the guardian not watching her? Yeah, because as a 5-year-old, I'm gonna keep my eye on the 5-year-old. They're not just gonna be able to walk out my house. freely. I have to know where they're going. They're 5, right? And I have to go with them. Like my twins, they're 9, right? And they play with the neighborhood kids. And I'm okay with them going outside and playing with the neighborhood kids. But with the 5-year-old, it's a little different. It's a lot different. You know, I don't trust people with a 5-year-old. I gotta be there. But I don't trust people with a 9-year-old either. I be checking outside and stuff too. So, but with a 5-year-old, hell no. Right? So let's see. Did Katt Williams' brother, is he telling the truth about Katt Williams and their cousin? Well, let's ask first about Katt Williams. Is he telling the truth about Katt Williams molesting him when they were kids? Is Katt Williams' brother telling the truth about Katt Williams molesting him when they were kids? Is he being totally truthful and honest? 1, 2, 3. And then the other question would be, why would you go with Tasha K? Why not nobody else? Temperance. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Swords. Okay. The heart. What is Spirit saying? Okay, so this, whatever happened to him really did happen in the family. Okay, this is stuff that's in the family. All right. Temperance is all about balance and healing. So if it's upright for me, it's a yes. So I feel like they were doing things when they were younger. Okay, they were doing things, but temperance also talks about healing. It can be forgiveness too for me, right? So there's a need to forgive past things, right? And to heal from it, right? To understand it, to heal from it, to evaluate it, to assess it. And if you are going to heal from it, evaluate and assess it, I do think you do need some type of therapy, because the Hierophant can be a therapist as well. You know, and maybe while you're going through therapy, instead of going on the internet, while you're going through therapy and you need understanding and you need closure, maybe, you know, behind closed doors as a family, I believe that, you know, when you're in therapy and you're talking about the things that you've been through, sometimes it is therapeutic to bring those family members in if they are open to it. So what he could have done was sat there and told his therapist or whoever he, you know, his professional therapist, whatever, and, you know, told them what was going on, and then, you know, actually go through those feelings, whatever. And then, like, if Katt Williams was open to it, bring him in as his brother and talk about it, right? And I feel like that would be a better effort. I really don't feel like he's putting in the effort to better the situation. I feel like it could be better and they could have a better relationship, but I don't feel like that's actually happening. No one's coming together to actually straighten things out, to talk things out. So he still needs to heal from whatever happened when he was younger. And with the Queen of Swords upright, he's telling the truth. It's truthful. It's not the truth that people want to hear, but it's the truth. Okay. And here's my other thing though. So then the problem is we have this complex. We like to call people truth tellers. So my thing is, and I've been said this about Katt Williams, he's not a truth teller. Tell the truth, right? So if you are going to tell the truth and you see your brother, because I think that's a cry for help. I don't think he should have went on Tasha K, but the fact that he did, that was like a cry for help. And I kind of feel like if he is the truth teller that you guys say he is, then he should be able to stand in his truth and talk about the dynamics of his family and what happened when they were younger. You should be able to do that, because if you can tell the truth, you should be able to tell the truth, the whole truth. How can you sit there and talk about other comedians and actors in the industry and being gay when technically you had committed gay acts when you were younger too, allegedly. So I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? How can you be totally against something that you actually experimented on? You know what I'm saying? You experienced something, right? You didn't like it and you said no, but however, you know, as an adult, but however you still experimented. Okay, so that's the thing. So he's not telling a lie. So what is Katt Williams going to do? What's the tea? How does Katt Williams feel about, and I'm going to use What's the Tea article day. How does Katt Williams feel about his brother coming online, coming on Tasha K and letting people know what was going on? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Divination abuser in a reverse. Dirty offer in a reverse and screenshot upright. Man, Katt Williams wants to sue. Okay, Katt Williams wants to sue. And he wants to sue Tasha K. Right? He wants to sue Tasha K. Tasha K, what? Queen rising in the reverse. It's supposed to be stepping into your power, praise, coming up spotlight. Because he feels like Tasha K only did this out of all people. Why Tasha K? That's the biggest thing. Right? Because now Tasha K is on Katt Williams' radar because Katt Williams feel like, oh, you tried to use this to come up. You tried to use whatever my brother said to hurt me and this, that, and the third. He took it some type of way. He don't fuck with Tasha K for that. Divination abuser is in the reverse. That means that somebody's not being tapped in. So that's how you feel. Okay, as far as your higher self, right? So how he feel about it is that, look, he could actually use this as a way to get close to his brother again, but he ain't gonna do that part. But but the other part is, why would you go on there? Why would you, as my brother, do that to me? What happened to doing Dazzle? When you get on Megan, can you ask if she going to sue Tasha K too? Child, at this point, if everybody, at this point, even with, I'm an ask, but even with Katt Williams, I'm like, well, don't Tasha K gotta finish paying Cardi B first? She don't even want to pay her. Everybody just gonna be waiting on her money. And she just gonna be running up and down the continent of Africa, hiding money. And dirty offer. I think he felt like it was some dirty stuff behind the scenes when it comes to Tasha K and his brother. I think he feel like it's some dirty things behind the scene going on, and he's taking screenshots. He's getting evidence, and he gonna get somebody to record the interview because he wants to sue. He wants to sue. Fuck all that kumbaya shit, bitch. First of all, bitch, you sitting here trying to come up off of me, bitch. That's for one. That's how you feel. For two, I'm suing you because you let my unwell brother go on your platform and say that shit. So that's how he feels. He wants to sue her. He wants to sue her, which is crazy. Crazy as hell, right? Instead of just, honestly speaking, both could have did better. His brother ain't had no business being on Tasha K because Tasha K is not credible. And she's salacious. So even if it's true, it comes off as salacious and non-credible. And so now it just comes off as being evil and trying to do things out of malice instead of just saying a story. You know what I'm saying? All types of stuff like that. So shame on his brother. And because allegedly we seen that he did do some things with his brother when they was younger, shame on him too by not connecting with his brother in the past and getting that resolved, right? Shame on him too. But not shame on Tasha K, because at the end of the day, even though I don't like what she does, at this point, I can't hate the player. I gotta hate the game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like the game. So that's a hot mess, y'all. But look, let's keep it moving though. So then the next one we're gonna be talking about though, we're gonna talk about beer. Don't nobody want beer. I don't know why I be saying that. Oh my God, it be so funny. Because every time I think about beer, I think about Cardi talking about something. Don't nobody want beer. Oh shit. So with beer, right? So you already know that beer, responding to Cardi B's diss to her, and she responded, and she's coming out with an album. But when Cardi B and Bia was going back and forth, pretty much Cardi B was talking about how Bia was lying on her. She made up a rumor saying that Cardi B was messing around, on Offset with some like blood dude. And Cardi B was like, that's not true, and this, that, and the third. But that's, she was trying to mess up Cardi B's household while she was pregnant with Blossom. So my whole thing is, did Bia, and this is going to be a quick question, did Bia actually sit around and deliberately lie on Cardi B? Did she deliberately make a salacious rumor about Cardi B cheating on Offset when they were together? 1, 2. Oh, let me just shuffle real good. Oh, that wanted to come out. Oh, wow. You know what wanted to come out? This moon card. And then you got this 5 of Swords. Oh, yes. I kind of feel like she did. Deceptive ass shit behind the scenes, right? Lying. So, let's see. Let's figure out if it come out again. So, let's see. Did Bia lie on Cardi B and say that she was cheating on Offset with a blood? Did she intentionally lie? Oh, is her album going to do good? That's Bia truth. Okay, let's see. We're going to ask. And then you said Megan Sue and everybody. She got DJ Academics, Aiden Milagro Grams. I hope I spelled her name right in court right now. Oh, yes, we about to get into that. I'm just trying to hurry up and do Bia real quick. Let me see. Bia. Did you really lie on Cardi B? These wanted to come out too. Did she really lie on Cardi B? I think Bia, if she lied on Cardi B, it was about trying to get a coin, get attention. Let me see something. Did Bia really lie on Cardi B and say that she cheated on her husband's Offset with a blood? 10 of Swords, betrayal. I think she did. Okay, because that's just flying out. Reckless behavior. I think she did. Okay. Did she lie on Cardi B? 1, 2, 3. Justice in the reverse. She did Cardi B a disjustice. And this is a Libra. So she fucked up Cardi B's Libra scale. So, yeah, she lied on Cardi B and said that she cheated on Offset. Yes, she did. Okay. But I think she did it because as I was, the cards that was coming out, I seen the Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups in the reverse. I think she did it because she felt like she should get a coin in some type of way. So she was supposed to have been getting something, or she wanted something. She felt entitled to something, right? So I guess she felt like if she say these things about Cardi B, she'll get something from it. So this game is a dirty game. So is Bia album going to do good? Is Bia album going to do good and feel really high? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. No. 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 Because I feel like whoever's manager. Oh damn! You said I would have Offset chest caving because Offset old cheat is a hot ass mess. But I feel like no, her album is not going to do good. You got the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? The King of Wands in the reverse, and the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't think her album's going to do good. I don't really think the budget was really popping, for one. For 2, I feel like whoever is helping her, I don't know who her manager, her team, whoever it is, I don't think they understand the push, like how to push, right? Because even smaller artists can get their music out and it become popularized. I kind of think she needs like new management or a new team, or something like that, because she can do better. That's what I kind of feel. So, and then it's blockages, but it has more to do with her team and the people who are helping her. So I kind of feel like maybe she need a new team, maybe she need better management, maybe she need a more solid management to push her more, things like that. But let's get into this. So, if y'all don't know, right? So let's get into this mess, okay? Okay, hold on. Let me check my... He done passed out and went to sleep, y'all. My dog passed out and went to sleep. That's a hot mess. Okay, let me see something. Okay, here we go. So look, listen to this. So Milagro has been penalized, okay? She has to pay 100,000 zenny, okay? 100,000 yen. 100,000 dinero. $100,000, okay? To Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Why? Because she tampered with those text messages. She deleted text messages after the court told her not to. Oh, what you said? You said Cardi said she gonna do a video to Pretty and Petty, but she don't want people to think she a bully, and she don't want God to take her blessings away from her. Oh, I seen that, right? Yeah, they all teaming up. But before I get to Milagro, it's a blessing and a curse, right? Because here's the thing. Yeah, Nicki has a big mega following and super fans. And for the sake of Nicki, if she say, promote Bia and JT, they would do it, but they would not do it in the mass numbers as they would do with Nicki. If Nicki told them to buy Bia and JT tickets, they would not pack out an arena like they would for Nicki. That's the other problem, right? They're not going to do that, okay? They're not going to support them as they would Nicki. That's for one, right? But you'll get views and the numbers and stuff like that, right? But you have a fan base based on Nicki. So you're forever tethered to Nicki, right? And then also with Bia and JT, they isolate themselves because they could be working with other rap girlies, right? Like they can be working with a Glorilla, right? But JT and Glorilla don't like each other. But we can say Bia, right? They can be working with a Glorilla. They should be working with a Megan. They, honestly speaking, outside of beef, they could have been working with a Cardi on some real stuff. They could have worked with it. There's so many opportunities that they can have with other rap girls that they have to put aside to be with Nicki. And I kind of feel like that messes up their career. It messes it up a lot, right? And they don't want to think of it like that, but it really is. So now you only have this circle. Bia can only mess with JT, or they can only mess with a Akbar V or something like that, right? Which is messed up. I would have never cut myself short like that. You know, honestly speaking, you mess up. I mean, I feel like, and then it's the mean girl vibe, because what they don't understand is that they come off as mean girls. They come off as bullies. And even though on the internet, they try to boost it up, but in reality, a lot of these people that saying these things are barbs. In reality, everybody else, the general public, gets turned off. So I don't know why they feel like they can do their best with Nikki, when in reality, they can do their best with just collabing and chilling and having fun. Okay? That's how I feel about it, right? But back to this shit with Milagro Grams and Megan Thee Stallion. So you already know that Megan Thee Stallion, you know, is suing Milagro Grams for cyberbullying, harassment, defamation, revenge porn with that AR porn, all types of stuff. And ever since she sued, you know, she's been in litigation with Milagro. Oh yeah, and also she's accusing Milagro of being a surrogate, a mouthpiece for Tory Lanez. And ever since, excuse me. Ooh, my mouth dry, y'all. Hold on. Whew. My bad, y'all. So, ever since this whole thing started, we've been actually seeing how these things may really be true. We've seen Milagro receiving money from Tory Lanez's father and things like that. Now we've seen that Milagro has been deliberately, you know, against the judge's ruling, deleting text messages from Daystar and Sunstar Peterson, i.e. Tory Lanez and his daddy, which is crazy. Hold on, y'all. I might need some water, not juice. Hold on, y'all. Woo. Yeah, which is crazy as shit. Which means that why... My whole thing is, why are you deleting text messages when the judge told you not to? And when they was doing their deposition, she basically admitted to deleting text messages, but couldn't even tell them why. Couldn't give a good enough reason as to why, right? Of why she did it. Which means she's trying to hide stuff. Now, if Megan is just making this up out of thin air, why are you trying to hide stuff? Which means that she's not making it up. You have been a surrogate for Tory Lanez. Which means that DJ Academics is some bullshit, Tory Lanez is some bullshit, and she is some bullshit. Which means that, to be real, if Tory Lanez have to go this far to ruin Megan, it makes you think. I'm sorry, y'all, but it makes you think. If that is the case, that lets you know what type of man he is. He is an abusive man. So if you have to, you know, sneak around and team up with desperate content creators and vloggers and things like that, and pay them to be on your team to destroy Megan Thee Stallion's credibility and, you know, her star power, and in the court of public opinion, drag her down and make her stop being a rapper and make her stop being a celebrity, that lets me know that you're abusive. That's abusive tactics. That's abusive behavior. Okay. Now, I don't know if y'all realize this, but that is abusive behavior. Okay. So, yeah, she told the judge, and also in her deposition, and also when they got proof that she deleted stuff before, but then when the judge told her, do not delete anything from this point on, she deleted everything. It's so many things. Like, it's like, if you've been following, I mean, she been deleting hundreds of thousands of texts. And you're like, and I'm like, whoa. So, but they know it's been coming, but they know who it came from and they know who sent them, but they just didn't know what the text said, right? So it's very well you can conclude that she was talking to Tory Lanez and her daddy. I mean, and his daddy, and it was a lot of incriminating things. Okay, you can conclude that. And she got to pay $100,000 because of that. Okay, so, but that is abusive behavior. If you have to go all out like that, that is abusive behavior. That's insidious. That's deceptive. That's really pretty much tactical, covert, narcissistic, abusive behavior. So I want to ask this, and we can do a softball. What's tea about the text messages between Milagograms, the deleted text messages of Milagograms? What's tea? Let's ask this, Spirit. Let's ask this first. What's tea about the deleted text messages that Milagograms deleted after the judge told her to not delete any text messages? So what's up with those text messages, Milagograms? What's going on? What's the energy behind those text messages? 1, 2, 3. Moods and silence. Okay, so this is very secretive. She's being very secretive about what she's been very secretive about what she's been communicating. Okay, don't tell nobody. Bad karma in the reverse. That means if it's bad karma, what you push out, you give back. So she's been pushing out negativity via these text messages. Either she has been or somebody been doing it. So therefore, I can tell you right now, whatever these text messages has been about, it was about being negative towards Megan Thee Stallion. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Broke ass. Brokey. And it's about money, too. Brokey trying to get some money. So that's the other thing. It was about money. She making money moves and hook. So, 2 things. She can be, she got caught. Hook. She got caught up, right? She got caught up in that, right? Because at the end of the day, even if they don't see exactly what those messages said, when you're in litigations like this and you do things like that, it's very, very, logical to conclude that, bitch, you've been sitting here hiding evidence, purposely erasing and tampering with evidence. Okay. She said, I hope she sued TikTok people. Sue every goddamn body. Just sue them all. Sue them all, girl. Sue everybody. but yeah, she got hooked and caught up in that. And who got caught up? Oh, Milagograms did. Because now she has to pay $100K. She has to pay $100,000 before the damn trial even begins. Because she tampered with evidence. She deleted text messages when they told her not to. And it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's thousands. Thousands of text messages that she deleted when the judge actually ordered you do not delete shit. So what it looks like now is Milagograms that piles on to the narrative that you and whoever And basically Tory's camp was canoodling and secretly plotting for the downfall of Megan Thee Stallion. And to be honest, in these cards, you have been pushing negative things out on behalf of that. And that broke ass in the reverse you did it for money. So it's a secretive thing. That's what she's trying to do. And she got caught up in it. She got caught up in it. Okay. It was about the money. The money on. It was about the money, the fame, the attention. And guess what? I don't like the bitch anyway because this, that, and third. She can't even afford a lawyer because she been finessing the money from the fucking GoFundMe. Girl, yeah, you can come up. Hold on, wait. Let me see if my mouse working. Hold on. Yep, it's working. Let me see something. All right, let me see. Let me add you. Hold on. Ooh, let me see something. Ooh, why is this acting like this? I hate it when my thing acts like that. Okay, there we go. All right. Now I gotta figure out if it's still gonna act like how it's gonna act. Right? Hold on, wait. See, what I'm gonna do, and honestly speaking, I think I need a new computer too, y'all. So I think I might be getting my new computer. You know, I've been trying to ride this computer out to the sunset. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, did the link come there? It's the link there. Yes, it is. So yeah, so basically she just put on with the narrative, and those text messages fucked her up. She was better off. I mean, well, then again, I don't know, because that might have been a smoking gun too. So a lot of people are getting sued left and right. Yes, they are. But yeah, so the StreamYard link is down in the chat if you want to come up. So a lot of people are getting sued. Okay, device not connected. Let me see something. Let me add you to stage, girl. Let me see if you are at. Okay, let's add to stage.
I'm up.
Okay. Did you get added?
Yeah.
You are on stage. Okay, Dominique is on stage. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Are you on, Dominique?
Yeah.
All right, girl. What's up?
I'm on. You know, the people that was trying to get Tori out of prison,
Uh-huh.
they in court because they was scamming.
They were scamming. Ooh,
Yeah,
baby.
they don't have real lawyers or something like that.
They don't have. Okay. Okay, so Unite the People aren't. Okay, no. Let me get this right. It's no longer Unite the People. It's those conservative folks.
Yeah, it wasn't real.
Yeah, it's the conservative folks, right? Because he started getting these right-wing conspiracy theories to like represent him after a while, or speak for him after a while. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Lisa. He have Lisa Bloomer.
Huh?
I think what's her name? Lisa, the one that like a blow up doll.
Hold on, wait. He had Lisa Bloom?
No, not her.
Oh no! I know who he had. He had I think it was like a congresswoman or somebody.
Yeah, a congresswoman.
Like, but it's like she's like a conspiracy theorist, and she didn't even
Lorma, something like that.
Yeah, I forgot her freaking name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. But you don't think this is a form of abuse too? Because if you would go that far, and people are like, "Oh, he just want to clear his name," but no, it's a little bit more insidious than that. You are canoodling with vloggers and bloggers, you know, to create a narrative.
Yeah, he should clear his name when the court case was first came to court. He didn't clear his name. He didn't get up and say that he didn't do nothing. And he got online and said Chelsea didn't do it. So who did it?
He did it. I mean, but my whole thing is this, and I like to use tarot, but I also like to use like common sense. And through the years, this whole thing playing out, the stuff, how he has been acting surrounding it, yeah, he's been acting like he's quote unquote innocent, but the things that he's been doing that people are overlooking does not look innocent at all.
Yeah, and between academics and Aiden, they his big cheerleaders.
You know what I don't like about academics, what he did today?
What he do?
With Drake. Okay. So when he went over Drake lawsuit being dismissed, and you know, that's his friend, you know, that means that he has a close affiliation with him. He's tethered to him in some type of way. So, but what he did was he talked about it, but I don't think he actually went through what the judge actually said. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. He didn't go through what the judge actually said. What he said was basically, "Oh, I don't agree with the fact that it didn't hurt his reputation." And basically, he was saying how he couldn't wait for the pretty much he was saying, yeah, they was going to appeal it and stuff. So, but I kind of feel like he scared over what the judge said because the judge hit so many points on why this is not a viable lawsuit.
Yeah, I think he need to fire his lawyers because if their appeal is, that mean that they take him for everything he got. They'll keep his ass in court until he go broke.
Yeah, because the whole thing was their whole push was when their whole argument was, don't look at nothing else that was said. Only look at the song "Not Like Us."
Right. And then the crazy part about it is, Not Like Us, not even that bad. But Meet the Grumps is the worst.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I can't look at Not Like Us without looking at the whole rap beef entirely because we're not getting the whole picture. How can I judge something and not get the whole picture? Because the judge actually went and did her homework. She actually listened to all the diss songs from both.
Right.
And what she got from that is that, and I didn't even realize that, and a lot of people did not realize this part. Do you know that song, the song that he had the AI Tupac and the AI Snoop Dogg on there?
Yeah.
In that particular song, he had Tupac saying, yeah, pretty much you should tell them how he messed with young girls and things like that. Right? So basically what you did was not only because, you know, at that time, Drake kept pushing and pushing for him to clap back, right? But Drake and his whole ego and he thinking that he gonna win, he actually told this man to talk about him messing with quote unquote little girls. So then when Kendrick says these things, how can you then be mad and want to sue?
Right.
That was that was one thing. The other thing was this in the logical brain, no one's going to take what any one of you guys say as a fact.
Right.
Which is true because technically in a rap beef, and if you study rap beef, it ain't just about what's true and what's fake. It's about how we can get you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was catchy. So really, no one's going to take what everyone says in a rap beef as a fact. And not only that, you can't be mad because, to be honest, like she pointed out, Kendrick Lamar did not anticipate. She said he possibly could not anticipate that his song was going to do as big as it did. He did not. She said, "I'm pretty sure that she ain't say I'm pretty sure." What she said was that he did not anticipate. He did not have the foresight to know that he was going to end up being on the Super Bowl for Not Like Us.
Right.
So how can you be mad? He's
a sore loser.
Yeah, and then hold on, wait. And then the dummy, when it came down to proving, because in court you have to prove, you have to give some type of receipt and a factual evidence, right? So when it came down to the bots, the whole bots debacle, you know, when he said, "Oh, UMG bought bots and this, that, and the third, and payola."
Yeah.
The only evidence that Drake had was tweets from random people. Comment.
When I tell you, I play that song every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day since it been out. So I don't know how. And my family plays it every day too. So I don't know how people ban bots for the song.
Yeah, because I play, man, look, if grandma know it, my grandma knew that song. If grandma knew it, then it's a problem. If grandma could say it word from word, it's a problem.
Right.
That's not a bot. If you can go to a whole sold out arena and stop rapping completely and they repeat your whole freaking verse, and you don't even have to rap it, that's not bots.
Yeah, because the people, I think his last tour was in, one of his tours was in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, everybody in the crowd was singing that shit, I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's not a bot. That you know, those are actual live people.
and it was dumb packed too. It was like wall to wall.
Yeah, like the pop out tour. You know the pop out?
Yeah.
My whole thing is he didn't have to sing nothing. He didn't even have to rap. They did the whole performance.
Sure did, because when they were singing, when he sang Euphoria, mm-hmm. he was skipping some parts and the whole crowd was singing it for him.
So I'm like, that's real. You can't make that up. And the whole thing is, like, how is your only evidence is what random people are saying on the internet? That couldn't be your only evidence.
Right.
Like, you have to have proof that this company is doing that. So basically, you're hearing from random people that has no affiliation with this company, and you don't know who the hell they are. They're just sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, because I did da." Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, how is that supposed to be proof?
Yeah, did nobody say his brand box when Hoplin came out? Because I'm sure people didn't listen to a song like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was charting everywhere when Hoplin came out.
That just let me know that that's some BS. Basically, it's cool when you do it, but it's a problem. And then not only that, if we really gonna get down to it, you cannot sit there and get upset at UMG for pushing his stuff. Both of you guys are their clients. You see what I'm saying?
But they push his stuff too.
Yeah, they push your stuff too. So I'm pretty sure the same tactics they used for him, they didn't use for you before.
Right.
Quiet as it's kept. So it's a problem when they do it for somebody else, but it's not a problem when they do it for you.
He messed up his whole career of lawsuit about that he couldn't get over with.
But don't worry, because based on my little reading that I just did, he about to sit there and go into a new genre. He about to say, "Fuck us."
Okay, thank God, because I'm tired of him crying and shit.
Because he gonna feel jaded by the rap community because he feel like he being tolerated, not appreciated. He don't feel loved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you know what though? You know who else do that same shit?
Who?
These rap girls do the same shit. These rap girls go around, they be talking about, "Oh, you don't write." And I'm like, hold on. If we talk about the definition of a reference track, you know the definition of what a reference track is?
Yeah.
So just for people, because I ain't look, I know what it is, but the actual term. What does reference track mean? Okay, a reference track is a professionally produced song used in music production as a benchmark to guide the sound, structure, and overall quality of a new or commercial recording. It helps producers, mixers, and engineers critically evaluate their own work by providing a point of comparison to a well-made professional sounding track within the desired genre, allowing them to identify deviations in loudness, tonal balance, and clarity. Okay, so when we talk about Bia is talking about how Cardi B ghostwriter is Party, and she don't feel like going back and forth with Partisan for our team.
Right.
Basically saying that, she not rapping against Cardi, she rapping against Party. You see what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, look, how can you talk about somebody not writing their shit when Cardi B was like the same reference, you like a whole lot of money? You remember Bia song? It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. Well, Cardi B got that reference track.
Right, and she didn't like it.
And she didn't accept it. That means that basically you didn't write that song.
Right. And plus she was on live after Party because he worked with her.
Her and JT. So my whole thing is it really that you don't like that Cardi B is not lyricist, or is it that you mad because you're not getting the same treatments?
Yeah, I don't know how many times that man that get up in interviews and say he don't write for Cardi B. Cardi B write her own stuff, but he come and tweak it when the lyric is not right, like when it's not in the right spot.
Yeah, so he helps her basically. So if I had a song, right? Say if I'm saying I'm writing a song, and I got this song, and basically I don't know who's a local rapper in DC. I'll just say Shy Glizzy. I go to Shy Glizzy and I'd be like, Shy Glizzy, look over this and tell me how you like it. Shy Glizzy look over my song that I done wrote, and he like, well, look, you said bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. And he like, well, look, you should be like, fuck these hoes, they ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing.
I understand.
That is right.
Yeah, I understand. He
so they
like,
pre-wrote it for you.
Yeah, he was like, she would write something, and I'd be like, this bar don't sound right here. It sound right here.
Yeah.
So think of something else to put right there.
So you got somebody who is more qualified or a little bit more better, well, way more better than you.
A little more experience.
And recalibrate and really build your song. So my whole thing is, I want to ask, are these females, is Bia and JT, when they take shots at Cardi B using a ghostwriter, is it because they are pure 100% lyricists that do not get help, or is it because they want the help that Cardi B has? That's a good question. It's either one or the other, right, girl? Let me see. 1, 2, 3. What you think?
I don't know, cause I think JT can write, but right now it don't sound like it.
What is Spirit saying? You know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth, and because you also said that, right, about the fact that Party keeps coming out and saying, "Well, look, Cardi does write her stuff and things like that." Now, here's the thing: when I get this Page of Swords in the reverse, The Page of Swords in the reverse, this lets you know that somebody is deliberately saying lies and gossip. They're into that. They're into gossip. They're into lying. They're into creating false narratives. So it's about creating false narratives, right?
Okay.
So that's what they're into. And they're doing it, right? Because they want to bait her into being separated from those people who are helping her. That's what that is.
Yeah, because if we're gonna come out with this track, I
Because
don't need the last diss track.
they
Please,
want
please.
to separate her from the people who help her team, because they want that emotional offer. That's what that is.
Well, her publicist and the people that work on her team, I watched the interview. They very loyal to her. I watched the interview on the Breakfast Club. And they be like, we had to take our phone sometimes because she would go off. Say making sure her best interest in
It's
always good. Like they would take her phone and would down. She don't need to read this. She don't need to read that. They make sure she good mentally.
it's jealousy. They're jealous.
Please
And the
tell me.
reason why they're jealous, the back of this deck energy is this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Usually this talks about an offer that's solid that comes in. So the problem is the thing that Cardi has, again, they want that offer. They want that team. They want that team, that type of team around them, right? To boost stuff and to help push stuff, because it takes a lot to make a hit. You know what I'm saying? You know, remember back in the 70s and shit? Now, see, that's the other thing, though. Remember back in the 70s when they actually used to be in the studio with their drums and their guitar?
Yeah.
They actually used to be around it, you know, actually getting into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what song that come to mind?
What song?
It's this song, right? Hold on, wait. I gotta look it up, because I was watching it, and you know how? Okay, because I'm weird. I'll sit there and like listen to shit like at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I'll just wake up and I'll just start listening to stuff, right? And then I'll get the history behind it. So
Yeah.
basically, I think it was it's this group back in the 70s. They from California, and they made a song about lowriders. And the thing was, it was unintentional, because they're what is that when jazz players, you know, people, you know, do jazz, I don't know if it's a flute or it's not a flute. What is that called?
Jazz players.
Like what?
What the
It go like this. It look like a J.
I know what you're talking about.
What's that musical instrument? Okay, he came in and he was drunk off tequila, and he had just got his lowrider, and he came in and he was let me do this 1970s lowrider song, 1970s lowrider song. Let me see. Oh. It's this damn group called War. Remember
the septone? The trumpet?
This the dude.
Charles William Miller.
You don't remember the song?
I was born in the United States.
No.
A city called Lovelady, Kansas.
This how I start off.
Clarinet.
keyboards. I don't say I play them, but I do play them.
But look,
Guitars.
this how I start off. This how the video start off. He was like, you remember the song?
Oh yes. What's his name? The show. Somebody get that as a show.
Yeah, so it started off with all my friends know the low rider. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So back in the day, they used to actually, come up with shit. So he came in there drunk off of tequila, and he was pressed because he just got a low rider. So he just said it. When you drunk, you tend to say jazzy stuff. So he was just on the mic, just being whatever. He was like, "All my friends know the low rider," and with that, they created a whole song.
What's his name? George Lopez. His show. That was the theme song.
That was the theme song.
Yeah, George Lopez. What his name is? Lopez. Yeah, that was his theme song.
But that's how that shit was though. So it's not like the stuff now is not like back how the we in the studio doing stuff like that.
But why everybody act like it can't be more than one queen? Like,
you know why? Because to be honest with you, now here's what we mess up at, right? Because here's the truth. The real truth, if we're going to use the word queen, we're going to throw it around. You do have to understand that in the monarchy, a queen lifespan does not last always.
Right.
There's going to be, like what they say on, and I keep saying this, and I said this before. And, one of my other videos and stuff. And I was like, well, it's kind of, I ain't saying like that, but it's kind of like the Lion King when Mufasa was like, when he was talking about the circle of life, one day the sun is going to set on me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a new king will come. So it's the same thing when it comes to monarchy, the transition of power. You're not going to live forever. Of course, I'm not saying that physically, but at the end of the day is that everybody's going to get their time in the sun. You see what I'm saying? And it's okay, because that does not make you less of a queen. Tina Turner, she's a queen. She's always been a queen. You see what I'm saying? And anybody who came behind her, who became just as famous or whatever, they were queens, but you still can't take away what happened with Tina Turner, can you?
No, but I didn't mean to say queen. But why? You know how like women back in the day, like Queen Latifah and like the other girl groups and stuff, they didn't mind passing it on to other people.
Yeah, because why not? Why not? Because my thing is this. If you want more visibility as Black women, as women in hip hop, period, like for example, like right now, the real big reason why Republicans are as deep as they are in Congress and stuff is because they wanted more visibility. So you know what they did? They said we need more of us in these spaces. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, women in hip hop, y'all want to be seen. Why wouldn't you want more of us in these spaces? At the forefront. It doesn't make sense to me. And everybody does not have the same sound. Nicki Minaj is going to sound like Nicki Minaj. The Megan is going to sound like Megan. Cardi B is going to sound like Cardi B. Glorilla is going to sound like Glorilla. Everybody got their own sound. And that unique sound and however they, doing their thing is what makes them interesting. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like it's a detriment to be like, it should only be one. And no, it should not. Especially if you want us as women in spaces that y'all say are male identity. Even though women has always been in hip hop, they always have. But I feel like if we supposed to want more visibility, why wouldn't you want more than one queen? Everybody should be a queen.
Right.
And nobody should sound alike. Why does Nicki Minaj have to be the exact blueprint? Yeah, people are going to be inspired, but in the same token, like, people rock with people for different sounds.
Right.
And for different reasons. To be honest, I don't shake my ass to Nicki Minaj. I shake my ass to Glorilla and Cardi B, though. And Megan Thee Stallion. I will shake my ass to them. But with Nicki Minaj, I mean, it's cool, but if I really want to, you know what I'm saying? If I was out in the club, do I really want to listen to Nicki Minaj or do I want to listen to Glorilla?
Right.
I'm not listening to Nicki Minaj at the club. So why do I want somebody to sound like Nicki Minaj? I want Nicki Minaj to sound like Nicki Minaj and Glorilla to sound like Glorilla. And you know what I'm saying? Like, they're queens in different things. If I want to take it back in the day, and you know, I don't know if you noticed, but I like my 3-6 Mafia every now and again. I want Gangsta Boo to sound like Gangsta Boo, and I want Lachette to sound like Lachette. They don't have to sound like Nicki Minaj.
That's one thing I wish Megan would have did a song with Gangsta Boo before she passed.
Yes. That would have been so freaking cool. But the whole time, I like when Megan did a song with Young Dolph, though.
Yeah.
That song was lit. Okay, I don't care what nobody say. That song was lit. And the whole time, the one thing they can't say about Megan, because you know they talk all this shit about Megan, but the one thing they do give her is she writes her music. And she is a rapper. And that's another thing. Why they keep making it seem like Nicki Minaj can battle rap and she cannot battle rap? Every time she battled off against somebody, it was some bullshit.
Yeah, everybody be pinning them up against each other. They be like, her and Megan should battle rap.
But Megan's a better battle rapper.
Megan can freestyle. Nicki can't freestyle.
Yeah, Nicki cannot freestyle.
She already told us that she can't freestyle. So why do y'all want her to freestyle with Megan?
She can't freestyle. Matter of fact, she cannot battle rap. That's the one reason why she couldn't fuck with Remy when it came to her and Remy battling. That's why she went to trying to make hits and talking about money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she couldn't get down in the dirt with Remy and battle rap because, to be honest, I don't care what Papoose say, Remy is a battle rapper. Before she was with you, Papoose, she was on the corner battle rapping. Am I lying?
Nope. We got. I'll look at her videos on YouTube. Her battle rapping.
Yeah.
When she had that different color hair, and she's doing rock.
She was out there in the hood battle rapping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was before Papoose. So when Papoose tried to play with her and say that, I wrote, no, I don't think, I think as y'all as a couple, y'all bounced off each other. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, she really is a battle rapper. And you know that. That's why you liked her. So when it came to her going against Nicki Minaj, I just don't see it. Like, Nicki Minaj is not the battle rapper. She's the one who will write down a cute little song and dramatize that shit because she took drama class.
Yeah, and Nicki, don't get me wrong, Nicki got bars, but not like bars where she can battle somebody.
Yeah, she has thought out bars. She doesn't have out on the limb bars. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, freestyling, like out on the limb. If we was in a cipher and she had to, you couldn't look at no lyrics. You just had to go. She'd probably sit there and start rapping old bars.
Yeah, I remember they put you remember BT? and they had the in the basement,
Uh-huh.
something like that. They had it in the basement, the BT
Yeah.
Rap City in the basement, something like that.
Uh-huh.
They had Drake on there when he like first came out or whatever, and they
Mm-hmm.
was asking him to freestyle, and he couldn't.
He couldn't as
No,
in like
he
he
had to look
tried
at his
to.
phone.
Oh, he had to look at it. So he wasn't freestyling.
Yeah, he had to look at his phone.
So what's up with that? Like, why is it that people don't call people out for that? But then they be like, oh, he's the best lyricist, and he's the best this and the best that.
Because I don't these kids right now don't know BT like they didn't have when BT was over when they was growing up.
Uh-huh.
And the basement was over. Rap City was over when they grew up. But it was going around when the beats first started with Kendrick and Drake. It was going around on TikTok. I mean, IG. I mean, Twitter. It was going around Twitter, and everybody brushed it off.
But you know another thing though, what a lot of people won't say about that battle between Drake and Kendrick,
Yeah.
they don't want to admit that Drake had a team behind him, writing and collaborating with him with those songs, and I don't think Kendrick did.
Yeah, that's why on one of his songs, it was no Ether.
No, that was
Euphoria.
Kendrick Lamar, Euphoria. He was like,
Am I better Ghost or yeah?
yeah, because he was like, at this point, I'm battling your ghostwriters.
Right. He said it's a one beat one.
It's not 20 versus 1. It's a 1v20. If I gotta smack niggas that right for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my whole thing. So I'm like, well, how come nobody pinpointed that out? And you don't see academics really pinpointing that out. So really, that's what makes it so epic. Nigga, you had help and you still lost.
I'm gonna say something. A lady, she just said, "This is my opinion," but I think academics gay on low. Him and Dre had something going on.
You want it real quick? Let me see something.
Because ain't no way you dick ride him that hard.
Dick riding like a baloney pony. Let me see.
Like he can't do no wrong in his ass.
That's because he's getting paid. And then you know what's sad? The main people who get paid tell everybody else that shit.
Right.
So yeah, but you can tell who you with. You know it. You ain't see his face. Okay. Remember when Not Like Us first came out and they showed academics' reaction? He was mad as shit. He was drinking that liquor like gulp.
Yeah, they talking about Drake, you gonna have to shoot this nigga.
You gonna have to shoot this nigga.
Like, sir, sit down and stop glizzy riding.
Just glizzy riding on the set.
Like he's a pro glizzy rider.
Is DJ Academics fruity? Is he gay? Like, why is he? The Lovers came out. He got an obsession going on. He is actually, you know what? The Lovers come out, which is a yes. But here's what I'm going to say. And this reminds me, right, of when I was in high school, right? No, junior high school. And I realized, and I had a lesson, even though I learned this in elementary school, but bitches be dick riding light-skinned girls with the curly hair and girls with the big booty back in junior high school. You know what I'm talking about. You know how females always want to run behind those girls, the popular girls.
Yeah.
And they will fight amongst each other on who's their friend. So when I was in junior high school, this girl named Tarkeisha had an ass. And basically, everybody was just running behind Takesha because she was popular because she had an ass, right?
Yeah, because she had a big butt.
So these two girls, right, Delania and Nia, these two girls get the beefing about who's supposed to be Takesha's friend.
I would never.
And they got into a whole fight outside in the back of the school. I remember this. And the fight was funny because this is how long this was ago. You remember when Juvenile came out with the slow motion? It was like, ugh, I like it like that. Keep working that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when that song came out. Okay. But it was funny. Oh, was it already out? It was around. If it was already out, people was already still singing it. Maybe it could have been a couple of years old, whatever. But it was funny because they was fighting in slow motion because Delania big and tall and Nia's big.
Oh, Lord.
So they fighting in slow motion. Delania won and Nia was on the ground and Delania was like, you want some more? You want some more? And Talia was back there talking about so why they going so slow. And I remember she was like, they like, she was like, I like it like that. So that's what DJ Academics give. He's a dick rider for real. And it's an obsession. So there's love and obsession. But there's a choice. He's making the choice to do this. He's making the choice to do this because he wants in, right? He wants into the circle. Mm-hmm.
I was 11 years old when that song came out.
You was 11?
Yeah.
Okay, so how old are you?
I'm 33.
You 33. I'm 35.
Yeah.
So if you was 11, I was 13. I was in junior high school. 8th grade. Sound about right. Okay, so it might not have been that old. No, I think
yeah, 2011. I mean 2003. I was 11 years old.
Girl, that was the funniest fight I ever seen. But they was fighting over a female, and I thought they were gay for that. I thought it was gay.
It is gay, like. Like why? Like why?
And then speaking of that, how do you feel about Armand Wiggins? Like Nicki Minaj. Then Nicki Minaj didn't. I guess something happened. Then he started liking Cardi B, and then he went back to Nicki Minaj.
I'm ready for Cardi B to have that baby, so she can get her court suit, and that she can go with that she get from the hair store, and take these bitches to court. Cause he shall be.
Oh, you want her to wear the good lawyer wig? You want her to wear the Karen wig?
Yeah. the one that she wore with Tasha K.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like he.
No. Wait. I'm gonna stop you. She wore the law-abiding citizen wig with Tasha K. She wore the other wig.
Oh yeah, she wore the other wig. We're going with the
law-abiding girl that was lying on her.
Yeah, we're going by the law-abiding citizen wig.
She wore that law-abiding citizen wig.
Yeah, we're going with that one.
With the slacks and the white button.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. You know what though? That's a good thing. I ain't gonna hold you. That law-abiding citizen wig make you look vulnerable. And,
yeah,
and when you crying it.
Yeah, he take it too far. Like we know you don't like her. Why you bullying her? Because at this point, it's bullying. And she's pregnant. Leave her alone.
You know how I feel? Because I love Armand. And I ain't really, and I want Armand to do great. I did a reading on Armand before. I feel like he is going to do good in his own right. And what's for Armand is going to be for Armand. But what I don't like about Armand Wiggins is that he kind of feels like he has to be adjacent to certain people. And you don't have to be.
Yeah, and I don't understand why she get up there and talk to you any type of fucking way, and you still dick riding her.
Hell, that's the other thing. You got me fucked up. I am not, as a 35-year-old grown-ass woman, I am not going to allow someone, because let's be clear, I don't know that bitch. I'm not even going to allow somebody I don't know to sit there and talk shit and belittle me just for me to get a high. The fuck, bitch? You're not special. You're not doing anything to move me. How are you helping me for real? And for real. How are you even helping African American people? And people got mad at me when I said that too. How the fuck are you really helping African American people like me?
I don't know how they get mad, because if we've been honest, why she over there calling Cardi B not black or not from her and stuff? Maybe you're not from here either. Y'all
you're from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, you what is
and
she?
She's not a citizen.
Right, you're not a citizen either. Talking about she from Mexico. Well, ma'am, she could be from Mexico.
And then when she tried to twist it and be like, yeah, because she called black women roaches. Do you not know there's a whole tweet of Nicki Minaj calling an African American woman a roach?
Yep, and she called Cardi B kids roaches and monkeys.
That's why when I said, well, shit, you shouldn't fuck. When it comes to that, you shouldn't be on neither one of them hoes' side. If you're going to break it down to black and to being black as a black woman living in America, born and raised in America, as an African-American black woman, none of you bitches did some shit for me that is fucking amazing enough for me to be on your side.
But ain't Cardi B born here?
Huh?
Cardi B born here, right?
Yeah, Cardi B is actually born here. But when they tried to, when she tried to do the whole "Dear Black Women," the Nicki Minaj thing, I thought it was disingenuous, and I thought she was pandering.
She's marking Nicki Minaj.
No, Nicki Minaj did a whole "Dear Black Woman" letter that was supposed to be against Cardi B.
Yeah, it did. Then she turned around. She's like, "Dear black," she's like, "Dear black people," and she put what Nicki Minaj said. It was like that bitch lying, whatever, like that. It was like they're black people to us. Like it was like.
Because see, that's what happened when I was on Queen Sheba Live, right? So I went on Queen Sheba Darling's Live. Remember, that was the last live I did when I was cursing out Queen Tulsa.
Who Queen Tulsa?
Girl, let me tell you, a joke in the black tea beef sectors thing. And pretty much what she do, she's a grifter. She be asking for money. She pretty much is a laughing stock of her sector, basically. She's a crackhead, she's a prostitute, and she's married to this white guy, but for some reason she's asking other content creators for $2 to go get liquor and stuff like that. She a fool, right? And I think she got like mental issues, whatever. But she was underneath she decided to be underneath what's her face? Jaguar Wright with her shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
And what Jaguar Wright was doing that the world didn't know, but people on YouTube knew about if they was following her, is that Jaguar was doing a lot of scamming, doing a lot of make-believe beefs, all types of weird shit. Like if you was in her little group, imagine you in my group, right? And for clicks and views, I want to make you the donkey of the day, and I want to put you on the spot, and
Right.
you gotta let me and the other people in the group embarrass you and put you on the spot.
Right.
So that's what she allowed them to do to her. And mind you, she's transgender. So whole time what they were doing is misgendering her, trying to get niggas to argue with
So they
her.
disrespected her.
Yeah, in that type of way. And she let them and still wanted to be around that bitch.
Oh no. Once you let that type of disrespect in, I can't hang with you no more. Because like my brother, he gay or whatever. And like he hang out with people that they call like the F words. You know the F word, right?
Yeah.
And I be like, no, no. What the fuck you mean? He's an F word. The fuck, no. That's my fucking brother. Don't say that word around me. He be like, it's cool. No, the fuck is not cool.
And mind you, at the time, I liked Tulsa, right? So I used to, and the whole time, people don't know this, but I used to talk to that little crew, not Jaguar, but certain people in her little crew behind the scenes, and they'd be like, well, you be taking that for Tulsa. And I'm like, yeah, because I like her. And the whole time, what happened was I got mad at that, but then I got mad, but then I got jaded when she accepted that shit. So I wanted to do a little reading. And so I did a little reading on it on my live. And I said, well, I don't sympathize. I can empathize, but I don't sympathize. Okay? Like, because you sat there and you allowed them to. And not only that, you were doing stuff like that too. Like around that time, like Jaguar was actually messing with this female. And this female, the way she got this female, this female didn't end stuff with her girlfriend / I guess wifey. She wanted to call her a wifey. And basically, she still had the kids at home. So Jaguar, she be jelly. So she was mad because, another content creator lifted the girlfriend up and stuff. And they had this Amazon joint wish list, and she was getting everything from the wish list. Everybody was supporting the girlfriend that got left. And Jaguar and whatever got jealous, right?
Yeah.
So her and her crew at the time was sitting there getting mad to the point that Jag was sitting there calling this girl's children to tell this girl's children, first of all, to get tea on the girl, and then to tell this girl's children that their mom is not special.
I would never have nobody around me like that.
So, but then whole time she's on Queen Sheba Darling's channel talking about being pro-black woman, but you allowed a woman, black or not,
to disrespect you.
Not only disrespect you, but to call another black woman's children and disrespect her to her children. How are you pro black woman? You're not.
Yeah, I can't hang out. I can't hang out with people like that. Because I've been the one to jail.
So when she tried to call me male identified, you should hear me going off about that, right? On my live, right? So when she tried to call me male identified, I said, you know what? I am male identified because I identify with your ass, bitch.
Right.
Like, bitch, I identified with you and felt bad. But the whole time, Queen Sheba because Queen Sheba had like 80K subscribers. So they don't know who she is. So what she's doing is trying to reinvent herself. So they don't know the shit what she's doing.
Queen Sheba page got deleted?
No. Queen Sheba Darling is still up.
Okay, cause I know Queen Sheba. I don't know her, I used to follow her when she did Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yeah, and I don't think when she go on, because when she be having her open panels and stuff, so when Tulsa goes on her open panels, I don't think Queen Sheba know how disingenuous Tulsa really is.
Yeah, she probably be talking about her to Jaguar Wright.
I don't think she deal with Jaguar no more. But my thing is this, girl, if ever you was actually doing that and it got to the point where she was going to actually interview the girlfriend, not the girlfriend that was left, the girl, because they were gay.
Yeah.
It's lesbian, right? So the girl that left her girlfriend to be with Jaguar, she has a trans child that is an adult, like around the time she was probably like 18, 19, 20, whatever. She was going to interview her daughter to get the tea.
No, you don't bring nobody kids in it.
Why are you trying to interview their daughter?
Right.
But then she stopped mid-interview because I guess either she felt bad or somebody made her feel bad about doing it. Because, to be honest, you're exploiting your trans sister, who is actually a young trans who's still trying to figure things out. And you look dirty as hell to do that for a psychotic ass bitch for content.
Right. And a bitch that don't give a fuck about you.
That don't really give a fuck about you. It's all about the grift. And she gives you lies and say that she's going to uplift you. But pretty much, I'm just saying all that to say, damn, I didn't got too deep into the conversation. But back to Armand. I think Armand Williams is good, but I think he tripped himself up when he is sitting there pretty much feeling like he has to be adjacent to these people, and he don't.
Yeah, if he gonna be a blogger, I need him to blog and not just be one-sided with this beef. Because at this point, Cardi B don't even say nothing to him. He got one-sided beef for himself.
Because at this point, you know how I kind of really feel?
Yeah.
I kind of really feel like what threw me off was, the whole thing with the Cardi B beef. And when the kids started getting into it, and he had this open panel, and I feel like everybody in his chat is like a barb. So I'm like, hold on. He's a fellow Gemini like me. So I know what he's doing. In the back of his mind, he know both of them are wrong.
Yeah.
I know he know that. I know he know that shit was disgusting. And then whole time, being as though Geminis, we like to investigate, do our own, because we like to learn about everything. So I know he know that both of them then said dispersing ass shit about black women.
Yeah.
So I know it's just a thing of you don't like somebody. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of threw me off because I know you know that. Right. You're better than that. I like you and I know you know that. Like it's one thing if you're just ignorant to something, but he's not ignorant to it. That's what threw me off.
I try not to listen to him because it's like negative. Mm-hmm. Whenever I listen to him, I be just want to cuss him out.
And don't get me wrong, I liked his coverage on P. Diddy though, because to be honest with you, my grandma said it best. And people don't like my grandma because she's an Aries. And my grandma tells the truth, but she says it in a fucked up way.
Yeah. But when he that baby all on him, I was done.
Okay, so with the baby oil part, I do understand what happened, and I could understand how it looks like he was doing that too. But what happened was kind of different than what was intended. Like, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, but it was propaganda. Like, yeah, Diddy free, rub the baby oil on me. Nah, that's not actually what happened. So I can see how it looked like, yeah, but with the whole P Diddy case, to be honest, even though he was Team Cassie, he wasn't totally biased. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And the thing is, I was brought up with a crude sense of humor. Like, me and my family, we laugh about dark shit. And I guess it's like, I don't know if it's a coping mechanism or I don't know, but we'll be at the table laughing like shit about shit that we should be crying about.
Yeah, I'll do that too. But then that fucking Virgo kick in, and the bitch be the bitch
And
be
see, the thing is about that case, the thing that people don't like to say,
yeah,
that some of them witnesses were lying.
I know.
They were. That's for one. But I know why they were lying. They were lying because, yeah, they Team Cassie. They want their girl to get her justice, but they also want to get a little piece of something too. So that's what it was. And for the most part, hey, if he ain't shit motherfucker, he been beating on you, let's run that motherfucker. Let's get this money. So I understand it, but at the same time, you were lying.
Right.
About certain stuff.
You know that girl that was taking P. Diddy and Juicy with the court?
That put Jaguar right in her lawsuit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that lawyer. It was that lawyer lady.
Yeah, it came out the other day that her lawyers dropped her because they said she's too difficult.
Yeah, and they were lying. And the thing is, even with Cassie, and that's the other thing, and I keep telling people I'm getting victim fatigue, right?
Yeah.
Because even with Cassie, I'm looking, right? Okay, she was hit on and abused on, right? But at some point, you do have to say some of the shit she willingly participated in doing. And it wasn't just because Diddy wanted her to.
Right. And I wonder if people gonna come out and call Jaguar out on her bullshit. Because
they're not. You know why they're not?
Cardi.
They're not. I'm going to tell you why they're not. Because they promoted her as a truth teller way too much. So a lot of times, you know what a lot of people do, even news outlets, when they promoted a narrative, when it's found out to be false, you ever notice, like, you see a big ass story on the front page news, but when shit really come out in the wash, the next story you get about them, the follow-up story, it'd be all the way in the back of the Washington Post, and it's like 5 sentences or something.
Yeah, what about the White House? They gave her a golden medal for telling the truth.
The White House did not give her a golden medal. People affiliated with them gave her a golden medal. And mind you, we do have to understand that they are very much so affiliated with conspiracy theorists with no actual proof or evidence behind what they're saying. So we think that it's legit, but when you take a second look, it's not legit. It's just not. Come on now, you're getting a medal for being a truth teller and shit. But you can sit on YouTube and lie on people.
Yeah, because I was like, he have all these celebrities there, and why only certain people get called out for it? And kind of found out it was just them two. And
yeah, and they let you know something. They let you know, and to be honest with you, like my grandma said, they let you know that the lies run around the earth by like 11,000 times before the truth get out there, right? So when that whole case started, we thought we was going to see underground tunnels. We thought we was going to see Jaguar Wright, Ali Carter, all these people. But you didn't.
Yeah, come to find out this shit was only 3 people.
Truth of the matter is, the real truth is, they were trying to make a RICO out of a domestic violence and pretty much prostitution and domestic violence and drug use.
Okay. So how long he been in jail? 2 years?
I mean, like a year and some change. And then he got 4 years, right? So a year and some change, you put that down, and then you think about everything else. That man ain't even about to do 2 years. He probably do 2 years. That's it.
Well, next year be his 2 years. Cause when he go to jail, in January.
Uh-huh. I guess. I mean, I didn't even look at that. But, and I'm thinking to myself, like, and then we got to really think about it, though. Because I'm of the volition of, look, if somebody did a crime, they should be charged for that said crime and do time for that said crime. I don't think that, and we have to be really careful, because we're going to find ourselves one day having a friend, family member, acquaintance, or even ourselves in a situation. If this is the precedent that we want to put out there, that means we're going to find ourselves, or our family members, friends, acquaintances, whatever, in a situation where, hey, we could have just been in court for a traffic ticket. Right. But because, you know, we done ran up on a bitch back in 2008 and beat her ass and drug her out of her house, we should get 4 years.
Oh no, that's over with. I ain't running on nobody.
You see where I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
Like, hold on. You're charging me for transportation for prostitution. But because I had domestic violence in it, even though this is a federal court and you can't be charged for domestic violence, that is a state offense. Right. We're a federal court. I'm going to use that as a means to say this is why you should get this, that, and the third. But in reality, people who are charged, people who are found guilty of the crimes that you have been guilty of, which is transporting prostitution, don't even get that. They don't get 4 years. They don't get none of that. So the 4 years is really about domestic violence.
Yeah, like, that's what it's about. Yeah, like, this is random, but like, you know how white people rape and stuff? And they get less of sentence than the black people do.
Oh, yes. Hold on 1 second. Keep talking.
Like this dude got like 4 years for touching a little girl. This black dude got 8 years. Like, why y'all charging like that? That's not fucking fair. If you gon' if that's his first offense, give him 4 years like you gave that white dude 4 years. Actually burn it they junk off, for one. If I'm being honest. But like they overcharge us sometimes.
Well, to be honest, I kind of feel like this. What is that dude from Abercrombie and Fitch?
The owner?
Yeah, you know the dude that's being charged for actually raping these guys and this, that, and the third.
No, is the owner? I never heard that.
From Abercrombie and Fitch. The white
I
dude.
never. Okay, I never heard that one.
No, he got a case. He had a case. He has a case that was simultaneously going on with while Diddy stuff was going on, and they was talking about how he didn't he got bail, but Diddy didn't get bail.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like this man, nobody's saying that Diddy is raping motherfuckers. This man is raping men and stuff like that and taking advantage of them and everything. And he get to sit at home. I don't understand that. But then as we move on, right? And this is the last part. So Tasha K, she went on Couture Babe, another YouTuber named Couture Babe. And she basically said that Cardi B, but she didn't say her name because, she can't say her name. But she got good insight that Cardi B went to somebody and did spell work on Nicki Minaj. And basically, that's why Nicki Minaj had her hate train. And that's why Nicki Minaj's brother got locked up. And all these things. Because somebody put spell work on Nicki Minaj. Put witchcraft on her.
Tasha K is always on the wrong side of history. Ma'am, don't you got a daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am. She didn't put no witchcraft on him to tell me to do that. Was she popular then?
No, she was not. But the one thing I want to point out that was despicable, and I wish that Couture Babe drilled on that part. So basically what you're insinuating is that the only reason why her brother got locked up is because of witchcraft. And her brother was not out here fucking his minor stepchild, molesting her. That was not happening.
Well, I tell you.
So what are you going to do? Now, here's my thing. And I got to ask, and I'm going to do a reading on this real quick. But I'm going to ask you this. Do you think she's doing that because her next grift is to try to prove that Jelani Mirage was set up and he should not have been convicted of doing that to his stepchild?
What's her name? I said Cardi B. But Tasha K gonna go wherever Nicki Minaj tell her to go.
Yeah, because here's my thing.
Because the mama said the same thing in the interview.
The mama, honestly speaking, I'm going to be honest with you. I lost all respect. Okay? Because remember this, we're going to listen to this interview. You want to listen to this interview real quick?
Yeah.
You remember when the mom did that interview?
Yeah, she said that the little girl put semen in her pants. Bitch.
She also said the little girl basically enticed her son.
Like how that girl don't know shit about that unless her parents was doing it in front of her. Oh, she one of them type of mamas, so Nicki Minaj must have been getting touched on too.
But this interview might take a minute, so I'm gonna do this Lovely T.
Just to drop a link.
I'm gonna do this Lovely T TV reaction real quick. It's only like 5 minutes. That'll be better, right? My bad. I hit the wrong thing. I'm going to hit this, right? So we just going to get the reaction, right? Because this is Lovely T's reaction to it. So,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to do this real quick.
Want the fastest working GLP-1?
This is the commercial part. I hate the commercials, girl, and I'm not paying.
But she actually went onto the show to talk about the entire situation with Jelani. And I can say that interview, I watched the entire thing and it was a cringe fest, okay? Everything from the horrible interviewer who acted like he didn't know if he was coming or going, to her, you know, the way she was speaking, it's like she just kept talking in circles. She was getting so frustrated. She was trying to talk about her son. And, you know, it was just a whole bunch of mess, okay? Not only did she say there was no evidence that the girl was anally raped and assaulted, she also said the little boy on the stand was lying and that he told him that the mother was going to get $25 million. And this was a whole blackmailing attempt. And then on top of that, she's also claiming that the DNA was inconclusive and that there were other DNA, basically trying to insinuate that once again, the girl was sleeping with multiple men, not just her son. But she just basically had a lot of excuses for him. This interview, like I said, was just really hard to watch. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a snippet right here. Go ahead and check this out.
We're talking. But we have the trend. We have the affidavits to prove.
Right.
You know, that they were busy talking about his sister, why he didn't take the stand. That means he was guilty. If his sister didn't show up, that means he was guilty. And they totally ignored the evidence.
Wow.
That there was no evidence to prove this man guilty.
Right.
So they went by their own mind, their own feelings, and they already had him guilty way before trial. The trial.
She sounded dumb like our daughter.
I said this guy was a monster until I read the transcript. So
wasn't there? Yeah. The doctor said absolutely none, no anal sex when she
sounded just like our daughter.
Was that there was in her opening statement, and they all looked at him.
Yeah.
And like I just said, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, he was already. That was it.
That was it.
He was already tried, right?
He was already tried. Okay. Miss Lee, that's what she did.
Okay. Let's talk about the little 10-year-old boy Brett. Now, I was reading.
Now, remember when the little boy testified to walking?
I didn't know it was a boy that testified. I thought it was just a girl.
Because his wife at the time had 2 children. I think his wife was a nurse. And what happened was his wife was working, so he was at home with the 2 children. And what it's saying is that he would go in that girl's room and molest her, SA her. And at some point, the little boy walked in, and something like that, like the little boy threatened to tell, and he slapped the hell out of him or something like that and tried to force him into silence. But the little boy went to school one day and told. But let me finish. Let's finish.
And he said he saw the sex or whatever, but I read here that the light was off. What does he got, X-ray vision or what?
So he said again in the transcript that the lights were off. The light was off in the room.
Yes. Nigga, anybody could see in the light. I mean, dark
position they were in. When he was cross-examined, how was the room? It was dark.
Right.
I could tell my mama having sex.
How did you see?
If I walk in the room,
was overlooked. There's so many things in the case.
Basically, so because the room was dark, he couldn't tell that something was going on in the room.
I can tell when my mama and my stepdaddy was having sex, because they'd be in a position like, I'm not fucking stupid. I closed the door.
And so what they're trying to insinuate is that this elementary school kid who is a boy, and let's be real, you know, I'm a millennial, so
yeah, and
I'm a millennial, and I know in elementary school we know some things that we shouldn't know.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I walked in on my stepdaddy and my mama a few times. The fuck.
So we kind of know when things is happening, even if it's in the dark.
Right.
But hold on, let's finish this.
And I know that a grown-ass man is supposed to be on top of a little girl.
Why are you even in her room? Well, how about this? Why are you in the room in the dark with this little girl?
Right.
That's the question that interviewer should have asked instead of saying, "Oh, like he had X-ray vision."
And that was ignorant. Who did the interview? Because that was ignorant of him.
I'm gonna figure out who did the interview.
I hope he don't do no fucking more interviews.
Because my one question is, instead of you saying that ignorant stuff, how come you didn't ask Nicki Minaj's mother, well, what is a grown man doing in the room in the dark with his stepdaughter?
Right.
They won't. You're not going to get an answer for that from her, are you?
No. She sound like her daughter with Jennifer Huff.
And honestly speaking, here's my thing. That's what you've been raised around.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a debate with one of my good squirrel friends. You know, I'd be like girlfriends. I'd be like squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel friends.
So, and I was like, and she was like, people change. I said, first of all, if it's embedded in you, it's embedded in you. Now, you may not say it, but it's still embedded in you.
Yeah, she had the honest.
By a certain age, certain shit is embedded in you.
Yeah, certain shit don't fly.
You might try to change it, but you're trying to change it because it's embedded in you.
Right.
So, like, for instance, and this is off topic, I was talking about a little girl, and I gave her an example. One of the earliest fights I remember ever being in elementary school, it was this girl, her mom was white and her dad was black. And everybody did that, follow behind her because they think she's pretty, right?
Right.
So I never really did that because I always been, I guess, a daydreamer, a loner, a creative thing, whatever. But I never did that. And so if I was your friend, I just wanted to be your friend. I didn't want to be your friend because I thought you was cute. I just wanted to be your friend because I want to play with somebody on the playground. You see what I'm saying? That type of thing, right? Totally different. But at one point, she was being really nasty, right? And I remember, you know how people have natural, like, twists now? Like, you know when you wet your natural hair and you twist it with the my grandma used to do that to my hair when I was in elementary school. So I went to school like that one day, and a lot of like older people, you know, my teachers and stuff, was like, it was really cute. But she had the nerve to call them shit locks. So what I did, and mind you, don't do that because you can use words, but I wrapped her long ass hair around my motherfucking head, balled it up in the fist, and started, I ain't hit her, I just drug her by her hair real bad.
Oh, okay, Portia Williams.
Drug her by her hair real bad, right? So the next day her mom comes up to the school and she's like, oh, people jealous of my daughter because she has pretty hair and these girls are just jealous. And she tried to come up to me and say that. And I said, well, no, your daughter said my hair was shit locks. And my mama came up to the school. It was a mess, right? It was a mess.
Yeah.
So, but then that's the imprint that I had on her. I had about it because I didn't know what that was. I didn't know that was colorism, featureism, whatever. Yeah. I was too young to have a name for none of that. I just knew that, oh, you only said that because my hair is black and your hair is curly and long. Yeah. And you were trying to be mean. So I never liked her based on that, right? And I'm like, nah, bitch, a zebra ain't changing shit. So I seen her make a Facebook post when we in our 20s talking about something. Well, I used to feel like whatever, but I am a black woman too, and I would never think and say the things that I thought was right. Things like that. And I'm like, no, bitch, you still would.
Right. Like, bitch, you meant what you said.
Mm-hmm.
And you was old enough to understand.
And at the very least, you knew it was fucked up when you said it.
Right.
You were just trying to be mean. Right? So she's like, well, people change. I'm like, no, they don't. They don't change.
What they say,
They just act
a
different.
Libra don't change their stripes.
They just go. They like my grandma say. They just go deeper in the woods so you don't see it.
Right.
That's all that is. So when I'm looking at a Nicki Minaj and where she came from, I'm like, and it seep out too. It seep out a lot. And they like, oh well, she can change. I'm like, you sure? But let's go ahead and finish this.
All right, so you guys just heard that interview. So like I stated, the whole thing is cringy. That interview has more dislikes than likes, and a lot of the barbs have been dragging her and accusing her trying to mess up Nicki Minaj's career and stating, why would you come out with this so close to her album release date? People were going in on her so much so that today...
And then my other problem with barbs, everything is about music and about fame.
Right.
Oh, you're trying to stop her career. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, technically, and I'm going to give her mom this, technically, she was actually doing that interview to take up for her son. You know what I'm saying? To advocate for her son. So my whole thing is how you correlate a mother trying to advocate for her son wrong as hell that he is. She's still trying to her album coming out and you're trying to ruin it. What the fuck? That shit sound ignorant as hell, don't it?
Yeah, I wonder do people like them kids, because I know she had a lot of kid followers. I wonder do their mama know that they doing this on the internet?
No, they don't. You know why? Because when I forgot what celebrity it was, they decided to get the IP addresses of certain people. I think it was around the time where they was talking about the filing Megan Thee Stallion's mama grave or something. And then when they got the IP addresses and stuff, then all of a sudden, it's a different, don't do it. I'm sorry. This and third. Like, my mom doesn't. Oh, I bet.
I bet they mama door.
No, I would sue their mama. Because you're using her internet to do it. But go ahead. Let me finish it.
She's now defending her interview and she's blaming media takeout for being messy. I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys what Nicki Minaj's mother, Carol Maraja, had to say. Go ahead and check this out. Carol says, MTO has again gone on their publicity stunt. Rates at any cost. Why would this mother, who stayed on her knees all weekend to ensure the success of her daughter's album, try to sabotage her? Please make sense out of nonsense. This is all a ploy for her haters to make you believe that there's a feud between us. This interview was timely since the judge's decision on the juror misconduct is due August 24th. I waited to post my link to give more time to Nicki, but the producers sent this out, and an interview at this time cannot stop the success of the Queen's album. Don't believe the hype. All right, so you guys just heard what Mama Carol had to say, and like I said, this entire situation is just cringeworthy at best. First and foremost, I can't take her seriously. That interview did not do anything. It did not make her flattering at all. It made her look like she was an apologist for her abusive son. Now, I understand as a parent, like I said before, you don't want to see the worst in your children. You don't ever want to think that your own child that you gave birth to could do something so demonic. But there's a lot of evidence against this man, and this man was found guilty. And she can say that the mother tampered with the evidence and that the little boy is lying. But there's obviously enough evidence, that stated that the man did what he did. And to me, he deserved time in prison, okay? For her to do the interview so close to Nicki's album release date also makes me give her the side eye. She can say that, there was no malice in that and that she's trying to help her son. But at the end of the day, she does not need to help her son. Her son is a grown-ass man, okay? And why even put Nicki Minaj in the middle? Why even bring Nicki Minaj's name into this? This is why I also feel like Nicki Minaj kind of went off yesterday on social media, and all the drama that's been going on around her was also to deflect from all the bullshit that her mom is involved in and all the BS that her mom is putting out there about her brother Jelani. So this entire situation is really disturbing, but I'm going to need her to stop enabling her son. I'm going to need her to stop making excuses for her son. At the end of the day, her son put himself in this position, and there's no excuse for this whatsoever. I don't care if this little girl slept with 100 men. At the end of the day, your son is responsible for himself, and he chose to engage in sexual intercourse with a child that was between the ages of 11 and it did not stop until she was 15, okay? So this entire situation is sickening. He was a trusted adult. They looked to him like a father figure, and he took complete advantage of that. And for her to try and make excuses for him is just really sickening. So anyways, y'all, let's go.
Basically.
Now I'm scared for Papa Bear. Cause he got it on both sides of his blood.
He got it honest, girl. He got it honest.
He got it on both sides in his blood.
And guess what? He got people around that's gonna blame everybody else but him. So hopefully, and you know what? I'm not even gonna say it negatively. You know what? He gonna grow up and he gonna be okay. However,
I hope he beat the odds.
Yeah, why not? You know, hey, that's a baby. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Yeah.
Hey, I put it like this, right? You know, you ever seen, because I'm into documentaries.
Yeah.
About like serial killers and things like that.
I am too.
You'd be surprised because they have siblings too, right? Mm-hmm. And you'd be surprised that the siblings went through some of the same shit they went through sometimes, but they didn't turn out like that. You know what I'm saying? So you never know.
Hey, saw the show Greenleaf?
Yeah, I seen Greenleaf, but I stopped watching it after a certain point.
Okay, like Oprah Winfrey character. Mm-hmm. She's like I know that mom and daddy messed us up growing up, but what you doing pinning your hurt on other people because they hurt you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So basically, he was touching on little girls because he was getting touched on when he was little. Or he saw his daddy touching Lady May, I think that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then it goes back to what kids are being exposed to, or, you know.
Right.
But that's even with Krishan Rock. I'd be scared for her kid.
I swear, I don't know why. Like CPS, if she's a regular person, CPS would have been took that baby.
You know what's going on?
What?
She created a network between her fans and certain family members who want something. She's created a network that covers for her.
Yeah, just like they was tagging her fans was tagging Tim Z in the comments talking about y'all put a video out of her at the hotel MC whatever you call it, the hotel that they leak her room.
Mm-hmm.
They talking about y'all owe her apology. Why they need to apologize to her for?
I don't know why they need to apologize, to be honest with you. Honestly speaking, and I remember I talked to another one of my girlfriends. I said, because they be like, oh, well, you know, they be giving her hate and they be talking about her. I be like, nah, sometimes they're not, a lot of times they're not even talking about her kid per se. They're talking about her parenting. And to be honest, if you don't want, and I understand she might be a little off, but to be honest, if you don't want that, then maybe you need to stop being so public about your parenting.
Right. And then she keep boys around. And like
I don't understand. Yeah, even with the new dude that she recently had. Why do you have your kid in the room with all these dudes smoking weed and drinking?
Yeah, because
he on the couch.
Yeah, Tim Z put out they had laughing gas, and it was weed, and the room was
cloudy.
They jumped the room up, basically.
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's not even for a baby to be honest with you. And then she say she have all this money. If you have all this money, you can afford a nanny. I don't care about you trying to put your family. You get a professional nanny. And not only that, you could afford an apartment at the very least. Like a base. You need a base, right? You need an anchor. So my whole thing is, if you got all this money that you getting, why couldn't you get an apartment? And when you're on the road, you have a trusted paid nanny that's going to do her job that watches your child. Unless you broke.
Yeah, I think that's why she started Bigfoot. Rick Ross with mama because she gonna get money. I don't think she got
She's
money
broke.
like that. Yeah, cause Ray J was on the neighborhood talk.
Mm-hmm.
It was like she just left my house and I gotta clean up my house because like she dirtied it up.
So basically, she's filthy and broke.
Yeah.
But here's my thing again. Like, she be like, "Oh, let's go band for band." I'm like, "Girl, bad." But the whole time, her new ex-boyfriend, her newest dude, his baby mama was like, "Well, shit, let's go baby for baby."
Yeah, and she said that Ben, is his name Bendo? I think his name Bendo or whatever. She said that the baby fell out the bed. He told her the baby fell out the bed, and she just looked at him and left him right there.
She was high when that happened too.
I was like,
that don't sound like hold on, wait. That don't sound like somebody who's underneath the influence. Your baby falls out the bed and you just look at him and keep it moving.
Yeah, but why he pillow talking?
Because they don't know each other like that and they using each other. There is no loyalty.
Cause the girl came out, she's like, I take care of my kid. Like my kid can never fall, and I just look at him.
Then that lets you know what type of kid, what type of parent she is. But girl, we on here for 2 hours and 36 minutes. Girl, okay. I gave my best, girl. I gotta get going. You know, I gotta go to sleep because I got work again tomorrow. Matter of fact, this is the last week I'll be working all weekend and stuff because I turn over to a regular. So instead of working 6 days and being off 1 day, I'll be working 5 days and being off 2 days with my pay increase. Girl.
Okay.
Then we can really rock out, girl. Yes.
One question before we leave. How the baby doing?
My baby?
Yeah.
And the whole time you came late when I first started talking, he is doing fine. He is 21 weeks and 5 days old in my belly. So he's okay. And I go back to the doctor's on the 17th because I came a little late at my last doctor's appointment. And basically, it was to do. I told y'all it was the anatomy ultrasound.
Yeah.
So they did everything but the feet and the toes. So I had to go back on the 17th to do the feet and the toes. And then after that, I have another doctor's appointment on the 23rd. And that's at my OBGYN. And that's when they're going to, that's the other stuff.
Okay.
So I guess they're going to talk about the findings of the anatomy scan, things like that. But I'm confident and he is so active. And he got a strong heartbeat. He got a personality. And like I said last time, like, I didn't know he was moving like that down there. Oh, he be moving.
Don't for him. He active. And you, oh my God. Girl, I'm scared of you. I'm scared of the type of babies that the future about to have. I'll probably leave man in the hospital.
But no, I'm going to show you my belly. I got the last little part. I'll show you a little belly update. Let me move this too.
Because them pandemic babies already scary as hell.
Oh yeah, them people, them pandemic babies ain't come to play with y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show you my little belly. Hold on. Let me move this back so to see if you see it. Ooh. And I gotta,
told
and that's another thing. I've been having to use the bathroom like crazy. That's the one thing. That's
oh, them get bigger.
And you know, I told y'all about my little belly shirts, you know, my little half shirts and stuff. I thought I was going to wear with my flat stomach, and then I got pregnant. There you go.
Yeah, them get bigger.
So it's getting a little bigger. It's getting a little big. So
yeah, I told my mom. I told my sister. I said if I ever have a kid in the future, like around this time, the hospital call you and be like, your sister left the baby here. We need somebody to come pick it up.
I give you one better. I've been telling my sister, because my sister is the oldest and she doesn't have kids, but because it's my sister, my brother, and then me. My brother had the first baby. So now it's me. And I said, well, since you didn't want to go in chronological order, and since you was asking me when me and my husband was going to have a baby, he all yours, girl. Matter of fact, I'm going to wait till he start like walking a little bit. I'll give you some space. But as soon as he start walking, girl, he is all yours. I got a whole, I'm going to pack a bag months in advance.
Yeah, my sister got 8 of them. She can have it. She love kids.
She was like, yeah, you can pack a bag, but they got to go home. I said, girl.
Right.
You got me messed up because you know what I'm going to do? I'm be like, here you go, sis. I'm going to the store.
I'm like, your baby outside.
She gonna say that, but I know he ain't gonna be outside. She's just gonna say that. The baby bag might be outside, but he not.
Oh, your baby at the front door waiting on you.
She gonna be called. She gonna curse me out, though. I'm pretty sure she gonna curse me. She gonna curse me out real bad. But you know, after a day or two.
Yeah, I'm the rich auntie. They can come over, but they gotta leave. They can't spend the night either.
That's what she was trying to tell me, that he can't spend the night. I said, why he can't spend the night?
Because I like my sleep.
He gonna sleep beside you. He gonna be nice and quiet. By the time he gets to sleep, you just
no, he get older. No, he be turbo 3s, girl.
Yeah, that means that he'll keep you on your toes and he'll keep you active. And you know, your mind gotta be active. You know what I'm saying? So by the time he go down, you gonna go down with him because you tired.
You got this all planned out.
I got it all planned out. Oh yeah, I'm a torment my sister. Oh yeah,
that poor baby.
Cause you know she was one of the ones. When y'all gonna have a baby? When you gonna have a baby? Oh, I want a niece or a nephew. Oh yeah, you got one. Yeah, you getting all of it.
That baby gonna be spoiled because she gonna spoil the hell out of him.
I know she is. She spoiled the hell out of my brother's baby. So yeah, my nephew, yeah. So she say she don't like kids, but she like them enough.
I'm the auntie that don't like kids, but my little sister, she love them, and I don't understand how she watch like 30 some kids at the same time. It's right, they so sweet and they so girl go to hell. I can't do it. Come get y'all kids. I'll call the police on y'all.
Man, these kids is expensive. They get bigger. They get hungrier and hungrier.
Yeah, and that's why I understand. My sister kept on having kids. She had them back to back.
See, I don't know. I might, just because I'm 35, if I'm going to have a second one, I need to have it back to back because I ain't doing this no more.
No, she had like she had 8 kids, and 4 of them are they like turned the same age at the same time.
They turned the same. Oh damn! She got them all out here and out the way at the same time, basically.
Yeah, except the youngest, the 2 youngest, they like 12 years apart.
Well, I'm not gonna hold you. With my mom, she had my sister first, and she waited a couple of years. Then she had my brother. And then as soon as she had my brother, while he was a couple of months, she got pregnant with me. So my brother literally is 1 year older than me.
No, she didn't wait. She didn't wait till her 6 months was up. That's a problem. That's why close in age. They ghetto twins.
Oh God, not ghetto twins, girl.
She got 4 sets of ghetto twins. But okay, I'm finna go to sleep. Hello? Hello?
Girl,
Hello?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I had put it on mute for a sec because I was trying to get my dog in the cage because he was doing the most. I'm like, you was just asleep. But not 4 sets of ghetto twins. But you said you going to sleep, girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep too, girl. It is late, girl. I gotta be up and out. I gotta be at work at 8.
And I'm about to make you think of something. My mama and her was pregnant 2 times together.
Oh Lord, not the ghetto twins. For real. Well, I'm not gonna lie. My best friend, her mom was pregnant with her while her daughter was pregnant with her first son. But the only thing is, like, her mom got pregnant with her later on in life. Her mom was in her 40s.
Yeah, my mama had her last baby when she's 45.
Yeah, so her daughter, her oldest daughter was in her 20s.
Yeah. It'd be so funny because my little brother be calling my nephew his nephew, and they be calling him Unc, and people like, how y'all uncles and nephews?
Y'all in the same grade.
And he's like, that's my sister, baby. They like, so your mom was pregnant with your sister? Yeah. Ghetto.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call that ghetto because sometimes, because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes you have a kid early on in life. By the time you hit 40, they in their 20s. You probably like 45. Your child probably 25. You know what I'm saying? And you messing with Mr. Earl, and you and Mr. Earl thinking ain't nothing gonna happen.
Yeah, my mom got 8 kids. Well, she raised me and my brother, so I make 10.
Oh Lord, girl, that's
but she
a whole
had 8
nother
kids of her own.
Girl, that's a whole nother topic, girl. We're gonna be on here for another 30 minutes.
Right.
Girl, I'm gonna go live again. But I think I'm gonna go live again on Sunday. I'm not gonna promise you Saturday, but maybe Sunday. But then again, the kids out of school Monday, so maybe Monday. I don't know. I gotta pick a day where they gotta go to sleep at a certain time because these kids be up, and they was mad because I told them, "Look, I'm about to go live. You gotta turn the TV down."
Oh, don't do them like that.
Yeah, so it's active around here, so I can't do the most. So
Yeah, I know. But I hope you have a nice night.
I'm about to count sheep.
Me too. I'm gonna try.
Girl, count them sheep and have a beautiful sleep and wake up refreshed, girl, because that's what I'm about to try to do. But
thank you.
But all right, you guys, I love y'all for real. I see you guys later. And thank you so much, Dominique, for coming and talking to me. It's been great like always and fun like always. I enjoy talking to you.
Nice talking to you too.
All right, girl.
Good night.